Welcome back to another episode of Look What Jess Found. Today is episode 261. And if you've been following the channel, you'll know that several weeks ago I picked up these customer wrap penny rolls from my favorite M&T branch. And what I do is I try to mix it up every day from this roll to that roll, that bank to that bank. The 3 episodes prior to this one was kind of like a 3-part series from 3 penny rolls that I got from a different branch. And and it was really cool to show how with $1.50, you can have so much fun. We found in those 3 penny rolls from episodes 58, 59, and 60, we found new pennies, old pennies. We think we found 1 wheat cent. It was super cool. Now, these have tended to be, some of them have been all copper of these penny rolls. Now, I know I've heard from, I know one of my members, Otis, said that he never got a penny roll with all copper in it. And let me take a sip of coffee. And I feel like before that, I had found another 1 or 2 penny rolls with all copper in it. I feel like I have. Now, that doesn't mean that these will be all copper. As you can see, some of them are very bright. If those are all copper, then if this roll is all copper, then those bright pennies are super mint. Come on. All right, we'll leave it like that. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. Now, this is, where's my little pointer? Oh, there it goes. These are going to be hard to tell. Right? These really, really bright ones, I'm hoping that they're copper, obviously. But it would not surprise me if they were zinc. So let's find out. And, I really got lucky. I know the first one is copper. Obviously, I don't like the light on. Yeah, it takes away the contrast. I got very fortunate with these penny rolls. Let's see. We could start this off with the AUs. This roll, wow, 271s in a row. If it's all copper, it's going to be fine or better. Another AU conditioned penny. And I'm going to see if I can get through. I don't know if I've ever gotten through 371s in a row. I'm going to put this one in the MS condition. Let me see. Do I really think? Let me look at it off camera. Let me compare the last 2. Misaligned die. They're both really nice. I think because this one is more golden. All right, we'll see. I can always change it later on. I'll put it in the MS roll pile for now. For those of you who don't know, oh boy, Yeah, if they have so I'm doing an MS Plus roll now. Excuse me. You know what? I changed it. I'm calling these BU now, and I'm calling these MS. The ones that have, because what happened is, I'll explain myself. I know I'm trying to get this done in one. Let me get my pennies over here. Yes. See, I was calling these pennies MS before. See how nice condition they are, like that one? But I'm going to change it to BU for now on. I know I have BU MS, but the next ones are going to be just BU. Just to change it, because I want these that are in the penny roll where you can see the edges to be the ones that have the copper looking, just to show the method of my madness. And it says MS, and I'll put the little white sticker with the MS on it. So that's the method of my madness. So let's look at what I got here so far. All right, so I have the MS, the BU, and the AU. So that was a recent change. And here goes another one. See, all of these will be MS. I mean, unless there's like that. Wow. Holy moly. Wow. Unless there's damage or something to it, then I'll downgrade it. Wow, 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 wow. Crazy, man. 68? You see how flat the rim is there? Put the light on. Oh no, the light didn't help. Huh. Yeah, see that's because it's an old collar. So we're getting smashed so many times, hit so many times, um, the the rim isn't rounded anymore. So it is a collar error. And you could tell a little, it's also it's misaligned, but the condition. So the funny thing is, right, if the collar, right, because look how smooth the features are. Except the numbers. So it's interesting. Like you can see how new the penny looks, right? In the reverse, you can see the details much, much better. So it would make me think that the hammer die and the collar, I wonder if they put them in at the same time, and then maybe they polished the hammer, right? The head features, and it would go well with the flat rim, right? So you have the collar that's getting deteriorated, and then they said, "Oh, let's polish out the some of the features, and look how smooth his head is." But it's not from wear, because this is like a brand new penny. This is like uncirculated almost. I'll put that to the bottom. I might even put that into a flip because it's the 60s. So I've said this in the past. If I found one penny like this in a pen, which the last episode 206, right? This is 261, right? Yes. In episode 260, I did not find one penny in this condition, right? And that's normal because a copper penny. Look at this beauty, man. A copper penny in this condition is not typical to find in in a penny roll. That's from the bank. It's just that simple. See the edge? I'll probably put this into the BU rolls. even though it's really, really nice. I'll put it into the BU. See, I really want them to all look like this for the MS. Even if I only find one every 10 rolls, I don't care, you know. Those rolls are, those MS rolls that I'm doing now, I really want them to look nice, you know, like that. And once you start putting a brown one in it, a brown edge, it really changes it, you know. It becomes an eyesore. So it doesn't matter how long it takes me to fill them up. That's how I want it. Another misaligned die. And you see how much sharper the features are on this? And the rim looks normal-ish. It has a slight die clash. Yeah, you can see it right here. I haven't found one on the front in a long time. Prison scent. I'm gonna look at the rim underneath the loop. See how there's little marks on it. And the America looks spread towards the rim. It's not a super spread or anything, but you could just see maybe there was something going on. I did a video. I found one in one of my previous videos. And so this one will go into, we have one, then I'll go into the fine. So now we have a fine. That's our first fine of the episode. So see these, yeah, see these are all copper. I wasn't sure. BU. I found a 75, I feel like, in a while. It's a pretty nice edge. There's a lot of marks on it, though. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think so. No. Yeah, ditto. So it's so odd going through these pennies, and since they're all copper, you know, I'm looking for which ones are in pristine condition, and that's not normal. You know, the next video I'll probably do. I won't do one of these. I try not to do them 2 in a row. See if we find the floating roof on this. Nope. Sometimes. It's a strong little something. So yeah, so copper pennies take a little bit longer to do. Yeah, this is a beauty. Yeah, this one will go into that roll. I mean, like I said, just finding one of these. Oh wow. Oh, this might be the nicest one yet. I'll put this below. Wonder what all these little notches are for. I wonder if the I wonder if the I don't know the answer to this. Maybe somebody will know. I wonder if the collars, right? Are they circles that go into um or whatever it's, I don't even know what it's called, what holds the collar. Um is it a perfect circle, or is it a something that's, that gets wrapped around? Because that would make sense. Why I keep finding ones with one little notch there. If the collar, so I don't know if the collar is a perfect circle or if it's something that they fit into it. That's an absolute stunner, man. $19.60. This is a bronze penny. 1959, 1960, and 1961 are bronze. All the other pennies, the Lincoln cents, besides 59, 60, and 61, from 62 to 82, the ones that are copper, are considered copper. But they're considered copper, but there's 5% zinc in them, right? Now, somebody asked me in the comments the other day, they said, which ones are bronze? And I said they're all bronze because the 1959s, the 1960s, and 1961s have the 5% is not all zinc. It's part zinc and part tin. So I'm going to assume that it's the tin. That's a beauty. I almost don't feel like putting it in with the rest, but oh, and look, you can see the difference in color. You know what? Let me pull out. Um, well, maybe that's not a fair one to compare it to. Let me compare it to one of the AUs and tell me if you can see. It's a little yellower, la la la. It's a little yellower. Do we have a nicer one? Let me see. Yeah, okay, that's a better comparison. Maybe this would be a nice. Maybe this will be the thumbnail. Look how yellow it is. So I'm going to say that's the That's the. Now the funny thing is that there's an error called bronzy, bronzy finish or bronzy something, bronzy, when there's too much zinc in a copper penny, or excuse me, in well, the error is really for the zinc pennies for the clad, bronzy clad, maybe it's called. I forget, bronzy finish. But it's funny how it's yellower. It's really beautiful. I think I'm going to put this one in a flip. You can really see it's a really good example. I'm going to keep these two together for now, just to show. When I do my short videos. AU. So all of them are bronze. And it's because all of them have a little bit of tin in them. Yeah, I think this one's going to make it. Yeah. Now I have to make sure. Look at the surface. I have to make sure I don't get dazzled by the condition of these pennies, that I stop looking for errors So I wouldn't be surprised if I missed one or two. Maybe not today, but in previous videos, just because of the condition. Another beauty. So the person must have been a copper penny collector. See, there was another one of those lines. Well, it's not all the way through. And my understanding is when the collar begins to get deteriorated, worn out, it will get these little lines in almost perfect distance from each other. That's my understanding. I read that somewhere. For some reason I feel like it's 3 of them, which this one seems to have. 1, no, just 2. I think that's the second one. But it could even be, of course, it could be post-mint damage. That's another beauty. I'm gonna probably put it with the 78. Ah, let me see. Is that kind of has a toning to the reverse? It's not a super toning, just a little bit toned. How nice that is. But there was 1 or 2 of the rolls, I think, from the newer. Another beauty. Wow, these really. My back. I have to practice my posture when I do my video with these videos because the desk is a little bit. Well, I guess it's where it's supposed to be. Maybe my seat's too low. I don't know. I'm not the tallest person, and I tend to slouch over to look at the pennies. So far so good. I haven't really seen one that that requires research. Now that doesn't mean that by the end of the video I won't find one. Put that with the fines. See, the 68 is a very interesting penny. For some reason, and I'm sure if I look up if I research the 1968 penny, it'll talk about why so many of them bleed into, so many of them, the "In God We Trust" bleeds into the rim. That is such a typical feature. No, 82 or 81. Okay. One day the copper 82s in this condition are going to be about $10, $15. I have some. I started a roll. Let me see. Let me see. One of them, Philadelphia large dates. Yeah. 1982 copper, Philadelphia large date. About a little less than half the roll. Yeah, I'm hooked on this whole tube thing. Like you can see, so I started the other tubes, right? The Philadelphia zinc small date. How many do I got? 2. But that's for that condition. I have tons and tons of them in more heavily circulated condition. And no wheat scents. We don't find any wheat scents in these rolls. So that's why it makes me think that the person was a penny collector. They probably had their wheat scents in different rolls, and that might be why, on occasion, I mean they're always selling. I'm doing air quotes, unsearched wheat scents on eBay in auction. But my experience has been that they're not unsearched, and but I'm sure every once in a while they are unsearched. Like somebody passes away and they're like, okay, they know that they're wheat scents, so they're not gonna. This is another beauty. So they're not gonna put them. They're not gonna send them back to the bank. You know what I mean? They'll try to get whatever they can on eBay. Take grandpa's pennies and try to get $10 out of them. You know. So I think that's what happened with this person. That their wheat cents went someplace else. You know, who knows? Maybe his grandkids or his kids were um, also coin collectors, and so I'm gonna have to go through my other previous roles, because I'm pretty sure my previous the roles from the beginning. See, that's pretty nice. When I started the channel, the AUs, I started like this. Now the AUs look more like that one, like this one, and the MS ones look more like this one. And excuse me, the BUs look more like this. My roles, right? My the way I categorize my pennies now. These are like the AUs. These are like the BUs, or maybe these are like the B. That looks pretty shiny. Maybe they're both like BU, and this is like the AU, and these are the MS ones now. So, but this is how the channel and how I develop my separation of the condition of the pennies. But I bet you, I might do a video on it. Get out my older AU ones, like from months and months ago, and I bet you I have pennies like this in my old AU rolls. I have to go through them because I want to take them out and I want to put them in this roll. You know, if they have if they're in great condition, they have the shiny sides. I don't want them there. See, this one will be for the AU pennies. And I bet you these next two will be the BU roll. Let me look. And that's just something that I do to, that'll be in the fine. That's a fine. Now, these next two, I'm pretty sure are BU. Yeah. Because the sides are too dark for me to put into the tube. But they're absolutely beautiful, so someone would be super happy to get them, right? See, the side's a little darker, but the pennies are beautiful. They're probably low MS condition. So I just don't want them. I don't want to cross content. Now, these look absolutely, it's insane. These are insane, man. Look at that. This one even has the color on it. Now, this is the lamination era. Wow. Sick, man. This is the lamination era. That is the improper mixture. Now, if the whole surface was this color, it would. That's what I call the BrOnZe. Now, the era on Error Ref only talks about clad pennies having that, but obviously, all copper pennies also have it. Copper pennies also have it. So that's the zinc just mixed wrong. I'll put that to the side. That's nice. I might put that into a because of the condition. You understand? Wow, wow, man. These are nuts. Look how flat the surface is. You see? You can see the collar error. You see how flat? Yeah, that's abnormal. Now, if we look at another one, if we look at that 80 that we just saw, I'll leave the 80 there. We'll look at one of the other ones. The surface, obviously, the surface is flat, but it doesn't look it doesn't look abnormally flat. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's how. Okay, so let's look at the image of Lincoln and compare it. They're pretty close to each other. Now we'll look at the one we just found. I think that's what it is how the image looks a little bit more raised. And I think it's probably because, like I said, the collar, where is it at? Maybe this one needs the light. There it goes. No. There it goes. Anyway. Interesting. The condition is nuts, though. Another beauty. So I'm glad I got a bunch of these rolls. And let me look at that. Doubt if it's anything, but let me take the polishing cloth between the E and the S. Can't tell if that's dirt or some kind of dye clash. I think it's just dirt. Let me use my black rubber thumb. Gets a good grip, right? So if you have on gloves and you're going to use something to clean it, the rubber one really grabs, and you get some really good friction. Now, you know, these are going into penny rolls, so I really don't care. I just want to make sure I don't. Yeah. Nah. You can see that there, right? I think it's just dirt. Let me look at it again. It's interesting. Looks like a die clash, to be honest with you. I'm going to hold on to it, actually. Let me clean it again. Because what happens is you'll get like dirt, and the dirt will make a like a form, right, from the years of sitting there. But it really does look like a little bit of a die clash there. Yeah, I'll put it to the side. That one might need research. See, I'll put this with the BUs. It's a little too dark. You see, and we're already almost at 40 minutes. And see the 68s, how the letters are so close to the rim, the In God We Trust. It's very common, though. Look at that. One shiny spot. Two shiny spots on the whole penny. That is so... I've never seen that before. Oh, wow. 3 shiny spots. Now the question is, did it get hit? No, there's a couple. There's a few of these little weird... There's a couple of these little weird colors. You can see it. Obviously, the big one's here. You have another one here. Another one here. Some other ones here. Another one here. I think the last one I see is here. I've never seen that before. And it looks like there might be a die clash there. Wonder if that has something to do with it. It's a weak die clash. Oh yeah, maybe even here. I've never seen that before. On such a dark penny with these bright copper mark. I mean, it doesn't look like damage, you know, it just looks like something. I put that to the side. That's interesting. I doubt it. Oh, and the funny thing is, you want to know what? The penny is like almost... It's like a rust brown. There you go. So it's not a normal color for a penny either. Right? If we put it next to another brown penny, you can see what I'm talking about. It's red. It has more red in it. Just an observation. Just an observation. Wow, man. I'm looking at the FG. Okay. I'm gonna. My first. Oh, and it has a die clash. When I first saw this, I was thinking, oh, what's this? That's interesting. Is that their bow tie? I don't know. Might be. Does he have he has a bow tie on? I don't even remember. It looks like one. 77. Yeah. Looks like, I think it could have been this part. Yep. You have to look at it upside down. No, it can't be the bow tie. That's the back of the head. So it's this. What a stunner, man. So I think I might put this one, maybe, I don't know. But these two are definitely for the MS. I don't know about that one. And that would be something else. Let's turn it over. Let's start with the start with you. Wow. Crazy. So we're getting spoiled with these, obviously. And this is not normal. This is somebody's penny collection, you know. Has to be. I'll put that with the AUs. It's a nice penny. All right, I'll put this with the BUs. It's a little too dark. I don't want to, like I said, try not to contaminate. Now, these two. See, that's about as dark as I want it. The one on the top. The one we just took out is not bad, but you know what I just noticed? There's those little lines. They're not. Some of them you can really see. It looks like reading almost. And last but not least, wow. And it has a die clash also. See, but they're pretty common. On the reverse, the die clashes are pretty common. One out of every. I mean, in this row, it's like we found about 4 or 5 of them. You really want to see. You really want the one that has the. Oh, this one might have it a little bit. But you want. I found one that had the lines on the front, really nice. And the funny thing is, when I found it, I didn't realize how rare they are to find. I don't think I ever found another one that really has the lines from the columns on the reverse on the obverse of the penny. Beautiful condition. All right, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, these are not going to last forever. Once, maybe this will be the thumbnail. Once I'm done with these, that'll be it, you know. Unless I get lucky and find another one at one of my banks. So if you're new to the channel, please click like and subscribe. Thank you to all of our members for supporting the channel. Eric from keeneEyeCollectables, his YouTube channel is in the description below. Sandra, Shelia, Otis, and Tina. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. New members, well, members, all members get to watch the scheduled videos. It's pretty cool because when they leave comments, they're leaving comments on videos that I just made, like this one, right? So this video is going to be scheduled for the future. It's what allows me to have a schedule in my daily schedule, right? As opposed to having if I had to do a daily one and then I had chores to do, then there wouldn't be one, right? I wouldn't be able to do a video because I'd have things to do. And if I got sick or if went on vacation, then there would be no videos for that. So I have to do the scheduled videos. It helps me. And as the channel grows, obviously that also helps me with with my personal schedule. But the members get to leave comments and we get to talk about it fresh, right? As I just did the video. So today's members are going to be able to leave me comments and say, hey, Jess, I saw this. And everything's going to, might even still be right on my desk when they leave a comment. You know what I mean? So that's a special connection that we have. I mean, I'm super grateful for all of the new subscribers. And, but, you know, certain people enjoy my content more than others. And they help support the channel with, by becoming members. All right. So thank you and God bless. Please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 262.